Alright, so this is Brett's army. So Brett, why don't you go ahead and explain what your Imperial Guard are equipped with here?
Okay, so I have my command squad with the officer of the fleet right there. Got my medic, 2 flamers, and a normal guy. I'm mounted in the Chimera. This is my hardened veteran squad with a las cannon and plasma gun. Stormtroopers with 2 grenade launchers. Squad of veterans with 3 grenade launchers, mounted in the vertically, and a hellhound, and a eradicator with extra armor and 3 heavy bolters. That's it.
Alright, this is my tactical squad. It's got a flamethrower and a rocket launcher in it. This is the sergeant. This is the other tactical squad. It's only got a flamethrower in it. And there's the beautiful sergeant. This is my last tactical squad. It has a melta gun and a las cannon in it. And this is the sergeant.
The most beautiful sergeant ever.
And this is the assault marine squad of, random Frankenstein stuff.
We imagine they all have jetpacks.
Only 2 of them actually have jetpacks. The other ones are on so many drugs that they could actually fly.
Yeah, they think with their imaginations. It's like a Disney 40k.
And this is the captain. He has a power fist and a plasma pistol and a jetpack. And the beautiful dreadnought of sexiness with the standard multi-melta and storm bolter combo and extra armor.
Alright, so this is my Orks list. As you can see, I got 30 Ard boys with a Big Mech and a force field. I got some Noms. I'm proxying them with big choppas. They also have heavy armor. This is a standard Boyz squad with a knob. You can see what he has. He has power claw, big shooting spot. They're going to be with a truck. We got there. We got the War Boss in his Retune with power claws.
Yeah, that's about it.
Over here, we got a squad of burners. I'm proxying some of these boys in the mech as other burners. I'm kind of a poor gamer. We got some depth copters pimped out with some missile launchers and buzz saws. And over here we got a squad of storm boys led by a knob and my 5-second looted tank. Other than that, that's about 2,100 points worth of Orks.
I think a lot of players play soccer.
Are you recording?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so this is our battlefield. As you can see, we set it up with 3 bastions in the middle. Pretty good idea. Keep it away from me for now. See what we can do with this.
Excuse me?
So we start off a game, we did the firestorm and everything. We declared our stratagems. You use drop zone denial, correct?
Yes.
Alright, so you guys essentially are very strict in this area of the drop zone. I declared 2 stratagems, actually. I declared confusion reigns, which I was able to switch out 2 troops. So I switched out the more close combat-oriented troops to be up in the tower where they'd be less effective, and the heavy weapons over here. Or just switched out the 2 tactical squads. Didn't have much of a choice. I also happened to launch a very successful firestorm. I launched 8 templates with 3 objectives plus 5. The 8 templates managed to destroy the weapon on the Hellhound. I don't know if you can see there, the tan one. It blew off its main gun. It was able to keep the Eradicator, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
From shooting for this turn. And I also was able to blow up the Chimera and kill about half of the command squad in there. A little more than half. All 3 of those squads were able to save their pinning. These 2 squads suffered 2 casualties apiece. Am I right, Phil? Alright. And I also declared a second stratagem, the Dawn Assault, which essentially starts the game with night fight until somebody rolls a 4+. Alright, so that's pre-game. Let's see how my turn 1 goes. End of turn 1 for the attacker, i.e. me and the Orks. Not much happened after that. We actually had 2 squads come in. The big squad of Ard boys came in with their knobs, with their mechs. They kind of ran a bit forward, not much. The knobs came in and went full out, ran out of their cover here and are heading towards wherever they're going. And the Warboss's Reptune actually the deep strike. But a lucky autocannon shot from the defense gun here was able to inflict 1 wound on the Warboss. Other than that, they were here, deep strike over here and ran a bit. And the truck also came in. They're filled with that squad of guys right there. So they're filled to the brim. Other than that, all the other stuff stayed in reserve. Kind of an uneventful turn 1. It's still a night fight, so hopefully the cover of darkness will at least secure my troops until they can get close and start fighting with the humans. Alright, so turn 1 for the attackers. The defenders, my mistake. Keep thinking I'm the defender. Alright, so they just moved around a few things first. As for reserves, the deployment zone ended up over here. So I guess that's pretty nice to get a nice large deployment zone along this line. Brett actually tried to outflank the Valkyrie and ended up kind of far from the battle, so he's going to have a lot of catching up to do with that. As far as shooting, the night fighting, we have to decide whether it ends this turn or not. These guys moved up and made a few successful shots against them, as well as all the heavy bolter shots from the combined with from here with the 2 bastions, as well as the weaponless Hellhound, who has his heavy bolter still. As well, the assault marines came in along with the commander. He looked hungry for the war boss in his head, and the dreadnought also came in. And he was able to take out the truck right over here, forcing all the guys to disembark. Alright, so more Orks on the field, that's good news. Other than that, a few minor shots fired, some wounds taken on the knobs over there. The big squad's kind of unscathed. The command squad actually from the Chimera moved back into the trench to safety. And as for the tank, it moved itself back as well. Kind of getting a little far away from my knobs, but I don't care. Other than that, that is the end of turn 1. Who wants to do the roll-off for whether the night fight ends? We need a 4-up. Brett, you want to? Okay, Phil instead.
Yeah.
Alright, 4-up, Phil. The night fight continues. Okay, so end of turn 2 for the Orks. A lot happened here. I actually found out this turn that assaulting bunkers is like assaulting a vehicle, so these guys had to stay outside and yell at it. You know, they shot rockets, but, you know, it's 14 armor all around, so, you know, nothing I'll do will ever work. You may notice the command squad isn't here anymore. The knobs here just squished them entirely. So that's done.
I killed 1 guy.
Yeah, the commander got a bit lucky and was able to annihilate 1 guy, so there you go. Point 1 for you.
Yay.
Yay! Alright, anyways, you may notice that a tank is missing over here, actually, too. But the Hellhound was here, the knobs with power claws and the war boss charged, and they consolidated towards the tank here. The explosion was actually able to kill 1 Marine, and they're kind of sitting there deciding what to do now. Over here is where the biggest action was. The assault squad and the commander versed off against a mob of Orks and the Storm Boys, who came in right here, actually. So close to the board edge, but they still stayed on. Good for you, boys. We decided this was a tied combat. They kind of killed even guys, so we're good to go in there. As for the Dreadnought, the Orks exacted their revenge and shot it in the rear, and it blew up. So good shooting overall. It's still nighttime for the Orks, and nighttime will continue until next turn. The Interceptors are actually able to take out 4 of the Storm Boys, which was actually pretty lucky. So I guess that's pretty good for them. Other than that, the Burner Boys came on in their truck, and they're, you know, getting ready to do their thing. Other than that, end of turn 2 for the Orks. let's go see what turn 2 for the Imperial forces has in mind. Alright, so the end of turn 2 for the Imperium. A lot of stuff happened, actually. We'll start off with the War Boss since he's the most exciting. As you notice, his entire Nob squad got annihilated down to his last move, but he was just able to hold on. So he's pretty darn lucky. Other than that, these guys fired at him, the tanks fired at him, and even the Valkyrie fired at him, and he was able to tank all the damage, so good for you. If you notice over here on the assault, a lot happened. The commander for the Space Marines is dead, as you can see right here. He's dead. Sorry, Commander. And the Assault Marines got killed, with the remaining Orks heading for the Stormtroopers who came on the board. The Stormtroopers actually were able to be quite effective. They actually shot at the Death Copters, and what's that rule? It's the move around rule thing.
Outflank.
They have a special rule where the first turn they come in, their weapons count as pinning, and so they were able to pin this squad of bikes. So they're pretty much out of commission for the next turn. But that's okay. These guys pretty much weren't able to do much. They kind of just sat there yelling at the bunker because they can't get in. I hate you, bunker. The Valkyrie moved up. The tank moved back. These guys actually got out of the bunker and decided to shoot at the Nobs. They were able to actually get about a good 2 Nobs killed, and it included this squad right here. As another thing, the truck right here actually got immobilized with all the burners in it, saving Brett and his happy troops from another annihilation inside that bunker. Other than that, pretty eventful turn 2, isn't it? Yep. Turn 2. We will see what will happen in the next turn. Turn 3 for the Orks. We'll be back in a few seconds. Alright, so, a lot of interesting stuff happened this turn. The most interesting, obviously, is this battle. I actually had to roll about, I think about 50 dice for close combat with my guys, and they only managed to kill 1 guy in this squad. Just 1 guy in the Space Marine squad. Kind of ridiculous, and they were only not able to kill a single one. So it tied. So we kind of tied here. They gave 1 wound on me. I killed 1 guy. Other than that, kind of uneventful for these guys that kind of stayed put. The burners got out. They're running closer to the bunker. The mech decided to join up with them for a fight. They're still yelling at the bunker because they still can't do anything. So yeah, the Orks are very angry at the bunker. You're welcome. The Stormtroopers actually got overrun here and annihilated to a man. They ran off and the Orks were able to pretty much beat them. These guys right here tried to pretty much stay where they are. The other guys are running towards them in the hope that we might catch up. The Warboss was able to knock off the turret and keep this thing from shooting next turn. Unfortunately, it wasn't able to kill it, which kind of sucks, but oh well, still cool. Other than that, the big looted tank came on, right over here. It was able to see, but it completely missed on the target here, unfortunately. Yes, it is funny. Other than that, for this turn, actually quite uneventful and very shocking results. Other than that, turn 3 for the Imperial is next. Stay tuned. Alright, so the end of turn 3 for the Imperial forces. A lot happened. Those Space Marines got annihilated by the Nob squad, and the Nob squad is heading for the Valkyrie. The Valkyrie decided to shoot at the burners and did quite a good job. The burners stayed on the map though, so lucky me. They shouted again at the bunker because they hate it. Other than that, the looted tank still is on the battlefield. Didn't have anything happen to it. You may notice that the Storm Boys are gone. They were annihilated to a man by the tactical squad, ensuring this squad has to get close to them. The War Boss is also dead, so that's a shame. And the tank ran away. Other than that, a pretty eventful turn. Here's to turn 4. Let's do it. Okay, so came out on turn 4 for Orks. Exciting thing. Nice fight was finally over. The nice veil. Other than that, the burner boards got range. 3 guys are alive back in the bunker here, so we'll see if they have a hold. We actually didn't take a round check. Want to do that real quick?
Really?
Take 2 dice.
The Death Knight.
What is it, 8?
Mm-hmm.
Balls of steel.
The Death Knight for the Horde and...
If we're being filthy, you probably got balls of steel.
Oh, shut up. They're balls of steel. These guys were able to take down the Valkyrie,
Goblins.
amazingly, by throwing their axes at it, I
Don't
guess.
pick sides.
These guys got out. Other than that, the Death Copters and the Orks were able to annihilate the one squad in the trenches.
No, they are aligned. They broke their name.
No,
they didn't.
The boom
In the WoW story, maybe. But
from the looted tank was able to shoot and destroy all the Space Marines, like 2 Space Marines here.
In honor
And
of the fallen
other than that, these guys got sick of yelling at this thing and are going for something a little bit easier to take out.
It was similar to that, but
Other than that, end of turn 4 for the Orcs. For the Imperium, interesting stuff. The Elysians got out. They tried to take out the squad. They were able to at least get 1 guy out, but other than that, they're still there. The Flamers took a heavy toll. There's only 1 guy with a flamethrower left, fortunately.
Shoot the fuel back.
As for this big squad, they pretty much took nothing. The looted tank actually got wrecked by the final shot, which is pretty nice. Other than that, 2 Depth Copters bit the dust. And other than that, end of turn 4, turn 5, this could be it, everybody. Okay, so end of turn 5 for the Orcs. Orcs seem to be in the wind. Right now, these guys are actually contesting this objective. And in Planet Strike, the attacker wins no matter, even if you're contesting an objective like this. That squad's still stubbornly inside. Not for long, probably. These guys took some casualties, but they had the balls to stick around. Kudos for them. The Lehman Russ there got itself blown up by the Death Copters, who consolidated into the bunker system. And these Orcs ran up the trench line trying to get closer to the other Space Marines. Other than that, the game's winding down. It's turn 5. Let's end of turn 5 for the Imperium. As you notice, the burners and the Big Mech here, dead. From the 1 squad, fired 3 successful crack grenade attacks. Very good. Other than that, pretty uneventful. The Death Copters tried to get up there. The Marines wouldn't have it. The Marines shot them off. Other than that, this could be the game. If so, the Orcs win this game. For in Planet Strike, the contesting here, the attacker wins. We assume the guys just starve to death inside or something like that. So, on a 1 or 2, the game ends. On a 3-up, we continue to try and kill each other. So, let's see. 3, the game continues for another turn. Okay, so end of turn 6 for the Orcs. They are still contesting the objective. These Orcs still control it right here in the bunker. And these guys are actually contesting in the trench line right over here. So that's 3 points for the Orcs if these guys manage to stay alive this turn. As you notice, the Elysians ran off the board after a mildly successful shooting. And other than that, this is the end of turn 6 for the Orcs. Turn 6 for the Imperium is coming right up. I believe this should be game. Alright, end of turn 6 for the Imperium. These guys are still fighting and duking it out. Only lost 1 guy on each side, so pretty impressive actually. Orcs still controlling the bunker. The Elysians ran off the board, unfortunately. Wait, I already said that. Never mind. These guys are still contesting the objective. Let's see if this ends game. We need 5 and 6, it'll continue. Nope, that is end game. So, 4, yep, end game. Alright, well, nice job. Good job. Congratulations to Brett and Phil. We'll send wave each other, Phil. Yeah, there we go. High five for the distance. Alright, victory is to the Orcs, 3-0. Otherwise, great game. Stick around in the future. We'll be giving you more battle reports from now on.